LG TV OLED77G3PUA. Yeah, the TV is a 77-inch. It's a big TV, and this tin, that's how thick it is. Like half inch. I mean, it's very fragile to work on this TV. This TV, it has no power. When I plug it, there is no standby light. That's the first thing. Pressing the power button, we see nothing over there. Okay, in this video, we're just going to do a troubleshooting to see what's the board is bad, and we are going to replace that board. We're not going to do a board repair. Plus, my son or the cameraman is not here, so I'm going to be holding the phone with one hand, and the other hand I'm going to try to use the multimeter. So it will be a little bit shaky video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to see the power. It's come to this white board. We have these coils, I think. Yeah, this is a coil. This one's just a coils. We have some MOSFETs, and this is transformers, a lot of capacitors. Yeah, I don't see no blowing capacitor. And we're gonna go here, and so it's look like the power is get filtered over there, and this come to here, and we have a ground, and we have FPC. Yeah, maybe here it's, let me see how much voltage over there. Yeah, I can't show the multimeter because I need to use the both hands. Oh yeah, so it must be like a 300 something. Yep, 390 is coming. So the 390 is coming to this connector. So likely the FPC circuit here it work. The circuit that's making 160 volt DC to 390 DC. So that circuit it works. And we have big transformers here, and we are going to see if we have, like you can see here, we have a point, it's at 12 volt. And here you are, 12 volt. So basically this second power board, it works. We have the power on point right here. In the power on we have 3 volt. So the main board, it's sending the power on signal for this board to turn on. And we have 20 volt right here. So 20 volt it works. And we have 12 volt T on. This is 12 volt. This is the signal to turn on the T cone. We don't have that signal because the TV is off. The driver on, and we don't have the driver on because the TV is off. That's, I think, for the backlight. No, this one doesn't have the backlight. The pixels, they get the power from the drive on. Alright, so likely here it works, but we don't have the signal for the 12 volt T-cone, and we don't have the signal for the drive on. And we're gonna need to look for the standby power. So in the main board we have these 2 connectors. This connector is look like it's going to the speakers. You can see the speaker wires. So that's colors. And both of them is coming to this. So the IR receiver, the light for the standby, plus the on-off button is connected to here, and the Wi-Fi. So let's see if we have any 3 volt that's connected to the power button. So we have 3 volt here. I'm gonna press the power button. So I put the probe in the 3 volt where I find the 3 volt, and I press the power button to see if that 3 volt is gonna go low. No, that's not the 3 volt for the power button. We have 1 volt here, 3 volt, okay, that's the power on button. When I press the power button, it's go low. So the power button, that's the pin for it. So there is a 3.3 volt for the power on, but there is no standby light. Yeah, likely the 3 volt for the power button is the same as for the standby light. And because we have no light, mostly it will be the bad NAND. Could be the software is encrypted in this motherboard. I don't have good software tested for this TV, plus I don't have the programmer. So I'm just gonna order a main board and we replace it and see if we're gonna have the light over there. So I did just quick show you the basic troubleshooting to figure out what the board is bad. Is it the board issue or the screen issue? Because the OLED TVs, they have a lot of problems. The screen, they get bad. But we are going to need the backlight. We are going to need the standby light to be on, and we need some voltage to rise and to drop, like the 12 volt T-cone and the other voltage. But that's what it's missing here, because the TV, it doesn't power on. The TV doesn't have the standby light because the NAND, it doesn't work. So I'm going to replace this board, then we see if the TV is going to turn on. I installed the board and plugged all the cables. For sure the cables is connected good. I hear the sound, so the TV is on now. Yeah, I hear the speakers. Yeah, look like the TV is on. And we have a picture. Yeah, the TV is fixed. Yeah, now I can hear the relay goes on and off. And I did see the standby light. It's right there. So before it was no standby light. Alright, yeah, the TV is fixed. So it was a bad main board. The TV is expensive. It's not the... Yeah, the TV is over $1,500. So this is not a cheap TV. Yeah, the board part number, it's right there. Yeah, the board part number, you are going to find it in this sticker. It's kind of hard to focus. Yeah, the picture looks beautiful. The color, the brightness, sound works. I checked the HDMI ports. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you again.